Do we get to see you in Arya season 2?
This is a big spoiler alert, and I'm revealing here on Supro.
Hello, friends. Welcome to my channel, Shupro Kiwani. Now I am sitting with Alexx ONell, who has been a fantastic antagonist against superstar Dev in Golondaaj. So, Alexx ONell, welcome to channel Shupro Kiwani.
Thank you so much. It is such a pleasure to be here on Supro Kivani. I remember seeing you at the premiere. I hope that you enjoyed
Yes, yes, yes,
Golondaaj.
yes, sure.
And it's my pleasure to be here speaking with you today. And namaskar to
Oh,
all of those that are watching, and happy Pujo.
okay, Alex. So, you are round the corner of Durga Puja in Kolkata. So, how is your experience in Kolkata while Durga Puja?
Oh, I love Kolkata. I've been coming here since a very long time. I shot Chittagong here, a Hindi film with Manoj Bajpayee, Barry John, Nawazuddin Siddiqui, and Rajkumar Rao. And Rajkumar and I came back to Kolkata to shoot Bose Dead or Alive, which was a series for Altology. And around that time, I did my first Bengali feature film, which was Ethiopijan. And to have had the opportunity to work with Prasenjit Chatterjee on my first Bengali project was truly a privilege. He's amazing, and now to be working on now to have worked on Golondaaj, such a beautiful film. Dhruva Banerjee has done an amazing job. Dave Adhikari, of course, he's a superstar. He's an excellent actor. He's a lovely human being. So to have worked with such an amazing group of people to make such a beautiful film truly was my privilege. Uh, and to have it released at such an auspicious time, to be here in West Bengal, in Kolkata, on Durga Puja. I can hear the music behind you, Supro.
Yes, yes.
It's a wonderful time to be here.
Okay, Alex, your role about a foreigner British playing football. So,
Yeah.
have you been to football during childhood, or have you played football before this shooting of
Yeah,
film?
I've played football since I was a kid. I've loved football. It is my favorite sport. Um, this is a wonderful film because it is so meaningful. It is so beautiful, and it also combines my love for football with performance. Really, I've never done a football based film before. I did Inside Edge, of course. Inside Edge was a cricket based series for Amazon Prime. Um, but I loved playing football for this film. When you see this on the big screen, uh, I think you'll understand how hard we worked to make this come to life. Truly, it was a painful process. It's not easy to make a sports-based film, especially a football film. But it was worth it because this film is so meaningful beyond football. It is a story of um, people triumphing over insurmountable odds.
So, Alex, besides acting, you are also a great musician and also a good singer. So, I have heard your songs in on your YouTube channel that was still on my mind and 20 days. So, can you
Yeah.
share the experience of that song? How have you composed that song? All details.
Sure. Yeah, all of my music comes from my personal experience, and still in my mind of 20 days are songs that are very close to my heart because um, they're about moments that I've lived, and I took a long time to come to the point where I could share that and be vulnerable, you know, and I am so grateful for the love and appreciation that I've received for Still on My Mind in 20 days. And thank you so much, Supro, for watching those. And those of you that haven't seen them, please do check them out. But yeah, as a musician, um, these are incredibly close to my heart, just like acting. But the difference is that my music is really a page out of my journal, and I'm so grateful for all of the love that I've received from people all over the world, but especially in West Bengal. I think that people here in Kolkata have art in their soul, and it's a wonderful experience to be here and to be sharing my art with the people of West Bengal.
Okay, Alex, I want to know that still on my mind, it was your first song in your YouTube channel I have seen. So the composition turns out to be a romantic number. So you have been a stage singer before in US. So most probably you love to sing this romantic type of songs or a rock song, because band songs turns up to be very much rock centric. So I want to know which is your preference while singing songs.
My music is always romantic and sad, and because I'm writing about me, and I'm a very romantic person, and I tend to think a lot about choices I've made and experiences that I've lived. But yeah, I think that music that is sad, honestly, is the most honest kind of music, because when we're happy, we don't go and decide to write music. We go out and celebrate. It's when we're sad, when we're introspective, that we sit down and we dwell on something, and out of that experience comes music. So my music is very romantic. It's very introspective. My next song to release, which is coming out very soon, um, will be more of a rock song. So I hope that you'll enjoy it, and I'm sure that we'll have a chat. And I'll get my guitar with me next time we speak so that I can play it for you.
So, Alex, I want to know that you have been working in Hindi films also, now in Bengali films also. So, I have noticed you personally from Arya series, because in that series your role was very interesting, and that song Bhagavad Gita I have mentioned in the premiere also. I love
Yeah.
that version. So, I want to know what is the difference? You have worked in Bollywood and Tollywood. Have you seen any kind of difference working with the crew members and the director and the vision? Any kind of difference that you have seen?
Of course. As I mentioned, I think that West Bengal is a place that is uh, incredibly artistic. The people here are artists, and that shows through in the filmmaking. I believe that everyone here, whether they're a journalist or a doctor or an engineer, in some part of their life they pursue art. Everyone that I've spoken to is an amazing singer or a dancer or a visual artist, and being in a place that has such an appreciation for the arts is truly wonderful. And that's what sets West Bengal and Kolkata apart from all the other places that I've been. Uh, the appreciation for art here is wonderful, and so as an artist, as a musician, um, working in films here, working in series here, is really a joy. I always look forward to coming back to West Bengal, and not just because of the food, and not just because of the beautiful festival that's happening right now. Durga Puja is amazing, but because of the people. The people here are truly artists, and that is something that I connect with um, very closely. And of course, everyone talks about the capital of football in India is West Bengal. That's very true. My favorite sport. It makes it a joy to come back, because it's very similar to where I'm from in the Netherlands. We have a football team for every village, and it's similar here in West Bengal, and that's really lovely. Obviously, I've done Inside Edge, a cricket-based series,
Mhm.
and it was wonderful. But truly, my favorite sport is football, and it was lovely to play it for this film, and it's wonderful to be in a place where football is such an important part of the culture.
So, Alex, walking with Sushmita Sen, Miss Universe, how was the experience walking with her?
Oh, fantastic! Sushmita Sen is amazing. I regard her as Miss Universe not because of the title or because of the, the competition and all of this. I think of Sushmita as Miss Universe because when you're speaking with her, you feel like the only person in the universe. She has a way of connecting personally, emotionally, that is wonderful. She's an amazing human being, and I think that a lot of her success has to do with the fact that she's so kind and she's so caring, and obviously she's so beautiful. I mean, we're talking about one of the most beautiful women in the world. But yeah, she is a joy to work with, and it was my pleasure to share screen space with her in Aria.
Do we get to see you in Arya season 2?
This is a big spoiler alert, and I'm revealing here on Supro Vaani. I am not in Aria 2. I had a choice between Aria 2 and another series for Amazon Prime. They were shooting at the same time. And as much as I love Bob Wilson, I look forward to working with Ram Madhvani and the entire Aria team again. But you will see me in a completely different series, which I hope to talk with you soon to reveal that series. That's releasing in December. But no, I'm not in Aria 2. Maybe in Aria 3. Let's see. But in the meantime, there's something incredibly special that is coming in December. And I'm very, very excited about it.
Alex, you have also worked in Chehre and Ruhi. So,
Right.
Chehre, the role that you have played, that was in the flashback scenes. So, I know there was no connection with the present people around, that is Amitabh Bachchan, then Anu Kapoor.
Yeah.
So, in this set, have you met them? Have you talked to them?
Of course, my first film in Hindi cinema was Chini Kam, and my first dialogues that I ever delivered in Hindi film was to Mr. Amitabh Bachchan, and it was an incredible privilege to have worked with him so early in my career, to have learned from him, truly a god of Indian cinema. And Cherry and Boot Police and these are really nice films. I was happy to have been a part of them. Uh, Sometimes you say yes to a project just because you want to work with the team, and frankly, I'd never worked with Imran Hashmi or Rumi Jaffrey, the director. And rather than wait for them to cast me in a lead role like Golondaaj, sometimes you just say, all right, let's take a few days out, let's take a week, and let's shoot this movie. And I'm glad that I did. People have really appreciated my role in both of these films, and it was my privilege to have been part of such a wonderful team.
The role that you played in Golondaaj, that Major Jackson, he
Yeah,
was kind of adamant in his vision and his way of approaching to people. So
yeah.
personally, I want to know you that have you been so much like that? Personally, how are you? Have you
Me and
gone through any
Jackson are
practice
very
session for this role?
me and Major Jackson are very different people. He lives a perspective that is uh, now very easy to look at and say he was wrong. But at the time, in the 1890s, this was a perspective that a lot of people held. He believed that India belonged underneath the feet of the British. He was someone who believed that Indians deserved to be a colony. I'm from, obviously a former British colony as well, the United States of America. And the journey to freedom is one that uh, is extremely interesting to explore, especially when you look at personalities like Nagendra Prasad Sabadikari, and the way that he fought against the perspective of the time, fought against the colonial idea, uh, not by protesting, not by taking up arms, not by violent means, but by beating the British at their own game. It's truly an amazing thing, because forget about the British. Of course, this triumph proved to the British that Indians were not inferior. Uh, but more importantly, it proved to Indians, and that is important. It proved to the people of West Bengal, the people of India, that they deserved freedom. And only after recognizing that you deserve freedom can you go and achieve it. And this is an incredibly important moment in Indian history, because of course, Gandhi, what he did was truly mind blowing. But it began with the understanding that Indians deserved freedom. And where did they get that understanding? In 1893 and in 1911, when 11 barefoot Indian football players beat the British in their own game, they proved to the world and themselves that they deserved freedom.
Srijit Mukherjee has brought you in Tollywood with Yeti Obhijan. So
Yeah.
next you did a series recently, Rekha, Rabindranath ekhane
Yeah.
kokhono khete ashini. So
Yeah.
about that also I have talked to you in premiere. So
Yeah.
what was your first expression when you were narrated the role that you have to do this kind of stuff
Of Rekha or Golondaaj?
in Rekha?
Wow, Rekha. Whenever Srijit calls me, and he calls me personally every time he wants to make a project, um, I just, wherever I am, I put down whatever I'm doing, and I sit down and I listen, because he makes such interesting stories, um, stories that nobody else is making. Golden Dodge is a beautiful, beautiful story. It's based on historical events. But Rekha is totally crazy, and I loved it because of that. It is unexpected. It's a series that, to this day, I every day I get messages about Rekha, and so many of my films, Mayor Charles and Madrasa Putnam. There are films that stick in people's minds, and they have a second life on OTT. They have a second life on Disney Plus or Amazon Prime or wherever else. But Rekha released at a beautiful time, when people were still stuck at home, and it released on Hoi Choi, and so many people, so many of my dear friends who are Bengalis have Hoi Choi. And I didn't talk a lot about Rekha. So it was a bit of a surprise at how well received it was. It was a joy to shoot. We shot it in Sikkim, in the snow-capped mountains. Truly a privilege to have seen that part of India. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. But I was not ready for the love and appreciation, to be honest, that Rekha elicited from the audience. I think it was a risk, and it was a wonderful risk that Srijit took. A beautiful story. Badon is amazing. The entire cast is spectacular.
So my last question to you, Alex, that what are your future projects in India as well as any other
Yeah,
places?
well, I mentioned one of my dearest pursuits is music. 20 Days and Still on My Mind, which are on Alexx ONell Music on YouTube, and on every platform worldwide, whether it's Amazon Prime or Ghana, Savan, Hungama, Spotify. Uh, my music is available everywhere, but the music videos are only on YouTube on my channel. I'll be releasing my next single within a couple of months. It is more of a rock song, as I mentioned a moment ago. I'm very excited about that. My first two videos feature Shama Sikandar, but this one does not. So Shama is not in this third music video. But nevertheless, it is a song that I'm incredibly proud of. It's called Fire Away, and it is once again a page out of my journal. But that's music, and you know, I'm so thankful that people are discovering me as an actor and a musician at the same time. On the acting front, I'm currently shooting The Battle of Bhima Koregaon with Arjun Rampal, which is a lovely film. As I mentioned, I have a Amazon Prime series releasing in December. So Supro, you and I will talk as soon as that's ready to release, and I can tell you more about it. I have Rani with another amazing Bengali woman, Tanishta Chatterjee. She and I have done 2 films together, and Rani is premiering at the Dallas Film Festival on the 17th of this month. So I'm very excited to hear what people think about that beautiful film. It's a time travel film, very interesting. And I'm just, you know, I'm excited for Golondaaj. Now it's released in West Bengal. On the 22nd, we have theaters in Mumbai opening, and I am extremely excited to share this film with my friends in Maharashtra and all over the world. I believe on the 27th, 27th, yeah, Golondaaj releases in the US. So it's an amazing journey that's come to this point, and I'm just overwhelmed with gratitude for the opportunity to be part of this film. And I look forward to speaking with you, you know, for the next release, which will be in December, and it'll be a lot of fun. But in the meantime, do check out Golondaaj.
Okay, thank you so much for giving your time and talking to me. It was a pleasure talking to you. And that day also, when I met in Golonda's
Yeah, it was
premiere,
lovely
I
meeting you
was
at the
so
premiere.
much excited to talk to you. So I hope you also had a good time talking to me
I
here.
did. I did, absolutely. Thank you so much for your wonderful questions, Supro. And it is my privilege to be on your channel. And I look forward to having a lot more interaction with you in the coming months and years. I look forward to doing a lot more films here in West Bengal. So fingers crossed that we speak again very soon.
Okay. Last but not the least, can you say anything in Bengali for our Bengali viewers?
Of course, Namaskar, of course, and happy Durga Puja. But you know, my favorite expression in Bengali is tikache. I think it's a
Just say one thing.
wonderful.
As I am saying, just say one thing. Say to
Yeah,
everyone
of
that
course.
uh, Sharad Shubhecha. Sharad Shubhecha.
Sharad Shubhecha. Sharad Shubhecha.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
You
Thank
take
you
care.
so
Have a
much,
lovely
Alex.
day. Have a wonderful
Okay.
Durga
Thank you. Bye.
Puja, and we'll chat again very soon.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye bye.